Let's talk about your last upload. You filmed it, edited it, made a thumbnail, tons of mental effort. You put your heart into it, right? And what did it get you? 3 views. 2 of them from yourself, the other one a bot, possibly Russian. Now, before you bin your channel and start a, worm farm, let me show you why these 3 views may be the most important ones of your YouTube career. Now, perhaps it's not 3 views, maybe it's a few more, maybe a couple less, in which case that's a hell of an achievement in itself. But do let me know in the comments below how many views your most recent video got, so we could talk about just how important they are. Let's kick off with this conundrum. Would you expect to get a standing ovation the first time you sing karaoke?
I can be your hero, babe.
Exactly. Unless your name is Adele.
Hello.
You've got some way to go before people actually start paying to see you sing.
I can kiss away the pain, oh yeah.
Well, at least there's 0 chance of that getting copyright claimed. The same thing kind of goes for YouTube. New channels can experience an eerily quiet and silent period to begin with. You upload, refresh, nothing, and then 3 views trickle in like a leaky tap. That's normal, you're not broken. Your first videos aren't necessarily supposed to blow up. They're your sandbox where you practice and learn and figure out which button on your camera actually records rather than taking a picture. Now then, here's a thing that's incredibly difficult to first understand and then come to terms with. YouTube growth is weird. 99 times out of 100, YouTube growth doesn't look like this, as you might expect. Instead, it looks like this, or this, or this, or even this. You could be at 37 views for 6 weeks and then all of a sudden it jumps to 3,000 views overnight because the right person shared it in the right subreddit. Think of YouTube growth a little bit like watering a plant. Some seeds take days, others take weeks, if not months. But if you try to yank this plant out of its roots every morning to see if it's grown, you're just gonna kill it and your enthusiasm. Look, growth is happening, just not necessarily on your schedule or the type of growth you necessarily expected. Let's be honest, a video with 37 views doesn't scream must watch. YouTube videos with low views kind of feel like knockoff own brand cereal at a supermarket. It kind of looks the same, it probably tastes the same, in some cases better, but you just can't convince yourself to try this new option compared to what you're familiar with. That right there, unfortunately, is you and your channel becoming a victim of something called social proof. Regardless of how well your video is packaged, how colourful the thumbnail is, how intriguing the title is, some people simply won't click on the video because they don't trust the measly 37 people who've already given the video a try. For a creator, it sucks, right? But think about how you behave on YouTube as a viewer. Yeah, you probably gravitate towards the videos that have more views, right? But this is why your first 20, 50, 100 videos, your first 3 to 6 months on YouTube are your training ground. You're not just creating content, you're building credibility. Every single video is a stepping stone toward a channel people trust. Low views only hurt if you stop. If you do keep going, they become charming historical artifacts of just how far you've come on this journey. So yeah, your first videos will inevitably become your cringe content. So embrace it, because your most recent ones might be cringe as well.
I will stand by you forever.
At this point, you might as well stick around to hear me finish off the chorus, right? I would like you to repeat this after me. I'm not an expert. I'm not the best at what I do. I have a lot to learn. And that's okay. Too many creators try to sound like they've just come back from a TED talk. And my simple advice for you there is don't. You'll sound like a Siri knockoff. Or the actual Siri, which is even worse. Instead, be the person learning and growing with your viewers. For example, instead of saying, here's how to get $10,000 in a month, which might just be a theory to you at the moment, try something more like how I tried to get my first sale. Right now, with your 37 views, you are not the teacher, but you can be the optimist. You're that one friend in class who is always willing to go first, do it wrong, and make failing feel a little less scary. That relatability is your secret weapon. And big channels just can't replicate that. That's actually a conundrum we face whenever we make a video about how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I mean, sure, I did it 10 years ago, but do I remember the struggle? Do I remember all of the things I had to learn, all of the things I had to fail over and over again? And then the elation when I finally hit that first milestone? Maybe I don't. but you do. And that is the relatable experience you can share with your viewers. And this is regardless of a niche, be it traveling, cooking, financial freedom, fitness. You are living the same lives as your viewers, so connect with them through these shared experiences. Here is your big advantage. No one is watching. I know that sounds depressing, but in truth, it's glorious. You can experiment, try a weird edit, upload a 45-second monologue about forks, or do this.
You can take my breath away.
You can make mistakes without consequences because your audience is small and forgiving. That is freedom. That is power. Use it. Here's a bit of a weird twist. Established YouTubers, big channels, envy you. I envy you. You possess a creative innocence that doesn't last for very long when you start to grow a successful channels, and a lot of creators yearn for that time again. You're not weighed down by the constant responsibility to always show up for your audience and meet these ever increasing expectations that your audience demands from you. They risk brand awareness if they test new thumbnails and titles. They fear terrible click-through rates when they experiment with weird new content. Their audience riots if they see a YouTube short on the channel. And if those viewers see a sponsored segment, big time sellout. But you've got nothing but upside. Every video for you is simply an opportunity. No brand deals, no angry comments, no pressure. Just pure, unfiltered YouTube joy. So yes, maybe your last video only did get 3 views, and that's fine, because it's infinitely more than most people who never start. And then what happens if your next video gets 6 views? That's fine as well. It's 100% improvement. People on Wall Street would kill for those sort of numbers. And if you found this YouTube lesson useful, then over here... what's that? Oh, apparently I'm foregoing an end screen to do this.
I can grow your channel, baby. I can boost your views and fame. I will rank your vids forever. You can take 1 of 10 again.
Finally found a use for ChatGPT.